All right, welcome to the podcast. This is a tough question, but I've been told that I have to take the first question that I pull out of the box. We've got a question box now. Guys, if you get the question, if you write a question, send it in, goes in the question box. We answer the question.
We have to answer all of them.
Where do they go to write in?
DM us. Thank you, Turncoat Tom. Send us an email.
No, don't email.
You can.
No, but don't. We won't
What's
find
the
it.
email?
No, I think there's another one.
Don't
email. Don't emails.
No, everyone's
old
don't
school.
do that.
Don't email.
Right.
DM us. Direct messages on Instagram.
And if we're smart, we've edited out what our email is. Now, Woods.
Yes.
Here's the question. What's the shallowest reason you've dated someone?
The shallowest.
Yes. Yes.
So would the answer there?
Yuck.
Would the answer there be though if you've ever dated someone because of their looks?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would say so when I was, and I know this is a bit of a cop out to say that it was when I was
Younger.
15, 16. This is actually the girl that I lost my virginity with.
Yep.
Well,
you thought you did.
Well, I ended up actually. The first time though, I wasn't actually doing it. It was just between the legs, as in like I was rubbing.
Here's what they call it in soccer.
Between her thighs.
Yeah.
And I was so shattered because I was so disappointed. I was like, I just don't think sex is that good. Turns out I wasn't doing it. But
think about it from her perspective. That's the best bit. That's what I love about that story. God. The chat that she had with her friends there, best conversation you've ever had in her life.
Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
That's awesome.
I don't want to think about it.
That's what
she just had
Greeks used to do, isn't it?
Is that right?
The Greeks?
Yeah, the ancient Greeks, yeah.
Used to have sex between the thighs.
The philosophers and the young boys, yeah.
Oh wow. If I'm hand to heart, and I'm not going to say their name, but hand to heart,
shallowest reason you dated someone?
I thought she looked like Lara Croft.
Wow. That is so deliciously specific, and I love that you're getting into the specifics here. So, wow, you dated her because she looked like...
So... Because I was into the PlayStation game. I was like a big fan of the Lara Croft PlayStation game. And then I was like, I've met this girl.
On the day that you liked her, or you realised that you liked her, was she or was she not wearing a crop top and or cargo short shorts?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't.
Did she have a plait in her hair? Did she have a singular plait going on in her hair? And or was she dual wielding pistols?
She had no guns. She had
length of rope over her shoulder.
She had no weaponry on her.
But she would have had a plait in her hair. Sure. If she's looking like Lara Croft, she has to.
It was just, but it wasn't the way she wore her hair or what she actually wore. It was just like she looked like Lara Croft.
Was Lara Croft that sexy? She was.
For me.
Silly question.
For me.
Silly question.
Like again, I'm playing as a boy. I would play for hours Lara Croft this PlayStation game, and was just like this. But I'm currently I'm controlling with a remote here the perfect woman. I mean that you can see. You can see why the game was successful.
What?
You can see why the game was successful.
That's not why they didn't.
But I'm shooting.
I'm controlling with a remote the perfect woman
and shooting people.
Sounds like the plot of Westworld.
It kind of like it's creeping on that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes, and the reason I say this is because I have a distinct memory.
Angelina Jolie does play her in the movie.
Yes.
So
I wasn't dating Angelina Jolie, by the way, just so you know, just to put that down. But one of her parents was from England.
Oh, and Lara Croft is from England, right?
She's got an English accent.
Yes. Did she have an English accent in the video game?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, she did. And I have distinct memories of saying to the girl that I was seeing, you should talk with an English accent.
You could role play when you were 15?
No, well, we went. She didn't know she was being Lara Croft. I was just like,
but just for you, you'd be like, "Can you chuck the accent on for me?"
Well, I'd say because one of her parents was the host of Guardian Australia English accent because she was born in England,
right? So
she had it.
And sometimes we're gonna have to talk to this woman at some stage.
And some no. Actually,
why not?
I'm sure she'd be fine with it. I'm trying to think the last time I interacted. Again, this would have been my first ever.
It's your first girlfriend, right?
First girlfriend where it's like this. You actually are a girlfriend. Like I had primary school girlfriends.
As in someone whose hand you held during lunchtime.
Yeah.
I don't think many people count them. But yeah, carry on.
Well, I do. But yeah, I think I could probably.
Bloody oath,
Get her
man. If you
details.
get her details, I would love to talk to her.
I wouldn't
I
want
don't think I've ever met
to. I
her.
wouldn't want to ambush her, so I'd reach out and like go, hey.
We don't want to ambush anyone on this show.
No, oh, hang on. You ambushed Tina Arena. Let's be honest.
Whoa.
Sorry, low blow, but you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, I'll reach out to her. Anyway, what's the shallowest reason that you?
So quite specifically, the shallowest reason you dated her was because she looked like Lara Croft.
I'd say early on, I can remember as a 15-year-old boy thinking, "Wow, she looks like Lara Croft," and that I'm just now infatuated by you.
I'm finding it hard to wrap my head around this question because the shallow reason that you date someone is like I feel like doesn't the word shallow just imply that if you're talking about their looks?
That's what I was thinking.
Because it's like it's only, you're looking at them. You're not looking at the depth
yes.
in them. You're just looking at the surface level stuff, which is the shallows, which is their appearance.
A shallow
right?
reason could be that they're.
Are we asking for specific things like, God, she had great deltoids, or like, do you know what I mean?
But you could also, a shallow reason would be for money, I'd say. So if you knew someone was wealthy,
yeah,
that's a pretty
okay.
shallow. Oh, because of the car they drove, or because of the job they had. Were they a celebrity? As well? Like that would
once overseas when I was backpacking, I slept with a dude, so then I had somewhere to stay.
That's relatively
pretty shallow.
shallow. That's pretty shallow. But that's also, I mean, that's...
You've done that
I'd
well.
almost call that as clever.
Yeah.
And the story I was literally going to bring up, Tom, thank you, was I was in a share, we were at a hostel in Budapest, and we accidentally only booked 2 beds in the hostel, and it's a notoriously hard place to get a bed in a hostel. And I was traveling with 3 guys, and the rule was, well, look, if one of us is sleeping on the floor, unless one of us picks up tonight. And yeah, I ended up hooking up with an Irish merchant banker.
Didn't you go to a rave that was also in a bar?
If you must know.
Didn't you go to like a hot spring rave?
It was a rave in a public heated bar. In the public heated bars.
That's incredible.
Yeah, Budapest is famous for the bars.
Rave in a bar.
Yep. Yeah, it was
So
pretty
you
wild.
dance in the water. You're dancing in water, effectively.
That's the idea, raving a bath, man. I mean, I feel like
I'm not really a raver, so I didn't know whether you like danced around.
Well,
the
they're
pools
huge
or-
baths, by the way. So they're huge. They're enormous. Yeah, and I got talking to her, and then I scanned her. But the other question, but that I don't know to go in that story. I did end up in the presidential suite though, which was totally wild.
Wow.
Yeah, and I ordered champagne and strawberries like Richard Gere and Pretty Woman.
Wow.
Now,
Nice.
it was a really hot
That's
move.
cool.
She was like, "Do you want anything?" And I was like, "No, it's fine." She's like, "I have the presidential suite. My company's paying for it."
Oh my God,
And I was
that's
like,
incredible.
Well, we're obviously getting the champagne and strawberries. And she was like, "Why is that?" And I was because Richard Gere gets them in Pretty Woman.
Nice.
And then she was like, "Why the strawberries?" And I was like, "Because it brings out the flavor in the champagne," which is what he says in the movie. Hot bit. Anyway, stayed the night there. Anyway, well, that's what he says in the movie.
Love that.
She's like, "Why do you get the?" Anyway, but my question is, what I find really interesting about this question is shallow reason to date someone. If we're all honest, I feel like hooking up with someone for a night is largely based on pretty shallow pretenses.
How can you possibly call that deep reasons
Right.
when it's like
Unless you,
I
you know what I mean? Like,
Shallow.
in fact, if we're just going to go and sleep with someone, like there's only so much information you can get that it is shallow by the very nature of the hookup. It's like, I find you attractive, that's why I'm talking to you, and you seem keen on me, so we're going to get this done because it's satifying that urge.
I think the question is
But
asking.
we're talking about having a relationship with someone, right?
It's going from hookup to I've decided to now date this person, which again I think
Which
mine
is a
still falls
totally-
into that category, which is if I had just hooked up with this girl because she looked like Lara Croft,
Totally
different.
And everyone's done that. Everyone's gone, geez.
she looks like Lara
And
Croft.
everyone no. My God, with that girl rated too well. No, everyone right now is thinking about the person that they hooked up with, who was the semi-doppelganger for someone, and they refer to that person as, I hooked up with that person that looked like...
Yeah, I had a Ryan Gosling.
There we go.
Yes.
Right.
Nice.
Everyone's
that's
got
a
one.
good one.
Yeah, Ryan
Could be a good
Gosling.
phone topic
really
for the
good
radio
one.
show, actually. Which doppelganger did you hook up with?
really good
Actually,
one.
friend of
Show you
ours,
the photo.
not sure if I can say his name, so I'll use a, he...
No,
Oh, okay,
no.
sorry, but...
No, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. No.
No, I gotta say
No. You said his name. So
we'll beep his name. We have to beep his
Just
name.
Don't go there.
No,
Just
we
don't.
have to
No.
beep his name.
No.
We have to beep his name.
No.
I've got to say it.
No, you don't.
I have
You
to.
don't. You don't.
Why not?
Because
Hooked up with someone who
don't.
looked like his mum.
no, he didn't. I think think I've covered it well.
We all fought it for a really long time as well.
No.
It was really intense.
No.
Anyway.
Should we finish off with an animal
Yes.
having sex?
No,
Yes.
no, sorry.
We said we were going to do that.
No, I haven't. Wait, I didn't.
Oh, you
I
made a
don't
point.
think
You were
we
gonna
got
make
to
a
the
point.
bottom of this thing.
Oh,
where it's like, I don't think like.
Mine was a
I
perfect
think-
example. I did choose to date that person who looked like Lara Croft. I didn't just hook up with them.
Okay, and my answer is 100%. I've dated someone for their looks. 100%. The sad thing about that is I was probably in a relationship with them for a year as an adult because of their looks. Might say something about how good looking they were as well.
I think my question then off that is that such, if you do choose to date someone because of their looks,
Yeah.
but I think the depth can grow by the way.
100%.
I don't think it is such a bad. If
No,
you're
that's
if we're,
very
we're not
true.
trying to demonize people who date someone because of their looks, like that.
Well, that's
if
why you
you're-
start hooking up with
You're
someone.
physically attracted to someone. That's the.
You're not
that's that,
gonna.
like,
You're not exactly. You're not gonna hook up with someone who you think is absolutely repugnant, and then
no, I wouldn't have
go,
thought so.
halfway down the line. Oh well, I'm hooking up with you. You got a face like a drop meat pie, but at the end of the day, you might come. You might come just waiting for that personality to kick in at some stage.
Yeah.
No one dates like
No,
that. You hook
no.
up with the people that you think look attractive, and then if the depth comes, then party on. If the depth doesn't come, most people go, "Hey, this is unsustainable."
So I think this was a trick question. I think the answer is every single relationship any of us have ever entered into
Right.
is for
Is for
shallow
shallow
reasons.
originally.
And
Yes.
you stay with them for the depth. I think those
100%.
relationships end when you realize that, I was only attracted to you physically.
But I would like to qualify that by saying that I only think that that's the case in contemporary society, because I think that is the truth because of the way that we date, which is you see
Tinder.
photos of people.
Yeah.
Now that's how people meet other people now. Or
Still-
even
you still-
before that, it would be I saw them on the dance floor. I saw them across the bar. It's very rare that people have
Like a letter.
developed, yes,
like a pen-
writing
like a pen
letters to
pal.
each other. Or is there a way that you? The only other people that I reckon this might be different for is if you worked alongside someone, which is how a lot of people end up in relationships where you actually do have a chance to get to know them. So even if you didn't originally find them attractive physically, you do get so attracted to their
Or f-
personality that you end up dating them anyway, because it's not for shallow reasons at all. But
Or
I think
like
that's
a-
unique.
Or like a childhood friend. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, or an arranged marriage as well. Arranged marriage is a really interesting
Mate,
one because
my
that is not.
one of my best friends, her parents are in an arranged marriage. They're Tamil Hindus.
Yeah.
And they have the most loving relationship in
Yeah.
the whole world. And their daughter, one of my best friends, she says, her dad always says, lust fades, love grows.
And that is what we're talking about. That is literally what we're talking
Right?
about.
Isn't that a great expression?
Yeah.
Lust will fade, love will grow.
And on that note, let's listen to a new mystery animal mating. Off the back of the success of listening to a turtle having sex with a shoe.
Well, how do you
yesterday,
measure success in that instance?
A lot of comments, just positive, just a lot of just applause emojis on the back of the last
Great.
pod. And I'm
Well, I'm not on the
almost-
socials, so you could be lying to me and I have no idea.
No,
You know
anyway,
that.
we are going to listen to it right now. We're going to try to guess what the animal is. Gotta be some sort of
Sounds aggressive.
giraffe? Is it a giraffe?
Are they having sex on a wheel or?
Yeah.
It sounds
Oh, so
like
if
a
it's
treadmill underneath them.
So maybe it's a hamster because it's on a wheel.
That's the ball. That's got it. Wow, this is wild. This bit. I
Hang on,
gotta
hippo.
say.
Hippo? Is it a hippo?
It's guttural.
not a hippo.
But the squawk. The squawk's got to be the.
Go.
This is really full on.
Hey, guess what? You'll find out next episode.
No, well done. No, that's good gear. No, well done.
Oh, I
I mean,
hate
I'm
that,
going to be here
though.
next week. That's for sure.
I hate that.
We're here tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hate that though.
Well
It's a
played.
good hook, but I hate that. All right. See you tomorrow, everyone.